Greetings, gang. Happy late morning, happy early lunch, whatever would be. Hope you are staying warm because it's freaking cold here. Something was going through just world events and stuff like that today, and just seeing different things. Many times on this channel, I have said there is not one size fits all to prepping, that we all do things what works best for us, right? I mean, that could be how I do my gardens. I'll show you how I do it. Doesn't mean it's the only way to do it, okay? How I store my food, what I store, whatever would be. Doesn't mean that's the way to do it. I mean, I always love when these are the lists of the 10 things you must get. No, it doesn't work. I mean, I use the example all the time. You must get sugar. What if I'm a diabetic? Okay, pick anything, okay? But that doesn't only apply to prepping. And this is what the world population is just allowing to happen, okay? I mean, if you go into the dictionary and look up the definition of individual, which each one of us are, okay? No matter how you want to slice it, okay? The definition: of or relating to an individual, especially a single human, by or for one person, or existing as a distinct entity, separate. The last one, existing as a separate entity, separate, okay? This is what we're quote unquote fighting against, that And people are just blindly going to a cliff and saying, oh, okay, whatever I'm told I have to accept, I'm going to accept. No, okay? I'm sorry. Each one of us, I don't care if you are one of identical twins. From the moment of birth, the two of you, the identical twins, have different life experiences. Okay. One may have got a little bit more milk from mom, or, who knows. Okay. And your entire life, everything that's up here is determined by your belief system, your life experiences, whatever would be. And we're all different. You get groups like the World Economic Forum or the radical left, or, pick something, that want us all to fall into line, that a select group of people are going to tell you what you can and what you cannot do. And I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. The easiest way to take that power from them is to not accept what they say. And I'll use this as an example. Go back to COVID. And what was it? 78% of the population were sheep. Okay, did whatever, Dr. Fauci said. 22% of the people decided to use their individual right, their ability to say, no, I'm not going to. And of course, now you look at all the stories about what's going on, and that's neither here nor there at this point. Sorry, you made your decision. Yay or nay, now you live with the consequences. That's it. Okay. But for some goofy reason, and I can speak primarily of the United States, I can't speak for the whole world because not everybody in the world gets the opportunity. But for some goofy reason, this country thinks that if 50.001% of the people say you have to do something, you have to do it. No. Sorry, not happening, okay? You look at what's going on right now. Take last week in Oregon. They passed some sort of screwball gun law or whatever that restricted weapons, restricted magazines, et cetera, et cetera. And a bunch of sheriffs came out and said, we're not enforcing it. Sorry, no, we don't agree. Portland and Eugene said, everybody in the state has to do this. And pretty much everybody east of the coast said, No. Okay. And the sheriffs were like, no. This is how you do things, okay? Just because somebody drew the lines of a state back 100 years ago, 150 years ago, 250 years ago, or whatever it is, doesn't mean squat, okay? I mean, it does in some respects, but do I agree with every one of my neighbors? Not anywhere close, okay? Do they agree with me? No, okay? Do y'all agree with me? No, okay? This is it. You are an individual, all right? You don't have to do or agree. Nobody can force you to, okay? I mean, I'll give you some of this stuff. Last week in the elections, Colorado became the second state to, after Oregon, go figure, to legalize psychedelic drugs and psychedelic mushrooms. Does that mean everybody in Colorado is going to go, cool, honey, let's go get a bag of mushrooms and get stoned this afternoon? No. Okay. You don't agree with it? You don't do it. Other people want to? That's their problem. Okay? Fine. You know, somebody's stoned off their ass or whatever and hits my car. Yeah, okay, you're going to jail and you're going to be paying for my car and there's going to be a whole lot of other stuff. Doesn't mean I have to do it. All right? You look at what happened yesterday in Congress. You had the Respect for Marriage Act voted on. All the senators on the left voted for it and 12 rhinos voted for it. Okay, so the Respect for Marriage Act passed. Does that mean I have to accept a gay couple into my circle of friends? No. Means they have the same rights as everybody else. That's fine. I don't care. You know, it means that a gay couple can go through the joys of marriage. It means they can go through the trauma of divorce and all that as well. That's fine. I don't have to accept that at all. Okay? I mean, I'm not trying to hire anybody. I'm not preventing somebody from buying a house, but I don't have to accept husband and husband. Just don't. Okay? It's kind of like all this crap with the transgender stuff, you know, boys in the girls' locker room. I mean, there's stories all over the news again about this sort of stuff. No, I don't have to accept it. Here's a simple one. Coach, get my daughter out of the locker room. If you're going to allow some swinging dick in the locker room with my daughter, then no, she won't be participating in your class. I don't have to accept it. I don't have to accept the fact that you teach CRT in school. I will pull my kid out of school. I will put my son, my daughter, into another school. You want to have pornographic books on the library shelves? Great. You know what? I will go check out every one of those books at the beginning of the school year, and I will return them at the end of the school year, and no kids will have access to them. It's real simple. Oh, you're going to charge me a late fee? Good. Let's see you have the ability to collect it because I'm not paying it. Okay? You don't have that authority over me. PayPal. Look at that one. We're going to start fining people $2,500 for what they say on social media. And what happened to PayPal? Tens of thousands of people, including this one, said, bye, we're out of here. You don't have the authority. CBDC. You know, here's another one. This came out a couple of days ago that you have the New York Fed and Citigroup and HSBC and MasterCard and Wells Fargo are all going to run a pilot program, a 12-week test on the digital dollar. Great. I'm not participating. No, I will use greenbacks. That is it. If you want to go to using a digital dollar at Citigroup, at Wells Fargo, whatever it is, expect me, not that I have an account with either one of them, but expect your customers to go, bye, I'm going to a different bank that's not participating in this. We need to remember this, guys. We are individuals. We do not have to conform. That is communism. That is fascism. I mean, fascism is the definition of what the World Economic Forum wants. You know, contrary to what Antifa wants, the World Economic Forum wants, corporate and government partnerships, that's the definition of fascism. Okay, so yes. Obama taking over, bailing out the auto industry, that's fascism. Okay. Yes, the fascist party in the United States is the Bernie Sanders AOC left. That's the truth. Okay. We do not have to conform. We can figure out other ways around it. And it's as simple as that. An alternate economy. Okay, great. I mean, how many stores do you go into that says no cash accepted or whatever it is? You're going to have stores that are going to go, no CBDC accepted. Sorry, we don't. And I'll shop there. If somebody comes up and says no cash accepted, only CBDC, I'll tell the manager, you lost me as a customer. Sorry, I'm not doing this. I'm not letting the government tell me that I can't buy steaks today or can't buy tomatoes or whatever would be because I've used too many of my carbon credits or no, I'm not going to accept that. And that, in a nutshell, is what the population of the United States, of the world, of every country needs to do. They need to tell these tyrants who are in charge of the government that they don't matter. They can make all these decisions, but you're not going to follow them. Done. Okay? It's no different than, we talked about gardens, for example. You're not going to be allowed to buy fertilizer anymore. Fine. I've got coffee grounds, I've got eggshells, I've got urine, whatsoever. Right here. You don't make any money. I'll still grow my food. Okay? Won't have a problem either. All right? They try to force all this crap on us that we have to accept this and we have to do. No, we don't. I mean, there's certain things, sure. You can't do 90 miles an hour in a school zone. Okay? I'm going to agree with that one. I don't want kids run over, like this idiot at the Christmas parade last year in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Okay? No. All right? Haul his ass to jail. They put him in jail for the rest of his life. Good. Okay? That's it. If my next door neighbor is doing drugs, he's going to have the police at his house every day because I'm going to keep calling the cops, okay, until the point where he gets the idea that either the drugs go or he does, one of the two. And when the cops tell me, I'm sorry, he's perfectly legal to do it, I'll find something else to bitch about, okay? I will make his life miserable. I don't have to accept that kind of anything around me. You want to have an abortion? I'm totally against it. Doesn't affect me, okay? It's all these things. You want to do stuff like that? There's a set of laws that we all abide by. They're called the 10 Commandments. Simple as that. One of them is thou shalt not murder, okay? You want to have an abortion? Go ahead, have an abortion. That's up to you. I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm not going to protest at some abortion clinic or do whatever it is. All I know is you won't get the joys of parenthood, but you will get to spend eternity in hell. Okay? That's your choice. Okay? I have my choice too. And that's the thing. Did you ever notice that choice only matters if you agree with their definition of choice? You have to do this, but, again, we can go back to the my body, my choice, right? I mean, that's the mantra we've heard for 30 years on abortion. But when it came to COVID, that didn't matter. Your choice, in their mind, your choice only matters if you agree. Look at what's going on with Twitter right now. Hillary Clinton is out there trying to rally all the advertisers to stop advertising on Twitter because, oh my God, they're going to allow people to say something other than what we want them to say. This is where we need to go. Everybody needs to remember, you are an individual. You have something here and something here and something there that guides your decisions. There are a lot of people in this world who have nothing here, and certainly nothing above, that have no decision-making guidance whatsoever. We prep because we are individuals. We don't, and again, you think of this, we prep to take care of ourselves. Those that don't, the most common thing you hear is, somebody else will take care of me. That is collectivism. Okay? It's never my fault. The government will take care of me, yada, yada, yada. Until the government doesn't have any power. And the easiest way to take the power away from the government is not to vote them out. The easiest way to take power away from those that think they have it is to ignore them. Pinball out.